Hello and welcome back to Dreamwalker Tarot. My name is Dawn and this is the September reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. So, Taurus, what is currently going on with you guys? Ooh, that hurts. The Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is an indication that there is an ending, some sort of ending that's happening. And it's a very painful one, right? I mean, this, you could just feel this. I think there's a sense that you feel betrayed, that you feel let down, that you literally might be feeling like you've been stabbed in the back, right? What is crossing you is the Strength card. So this could have been due to a Leo person, right? The Strength card is the card for Leo. But this could also just mean that you're being advised by Spirit that no matter what endings happen in life, like every ending, like they say, is an opportunity for a new beginning. So this ending, no matter how painful it might feel, to be able to tap into your inner strength in order to handle and deal with it. Also to be mindful of the way that you speak during this situation. It's not always what you say, it's how you say it. And so this card is asking you to tap into the element of being able to verbalize and speak your truth no matter what to whomever has hurt you without like ripping their head off. Right? So it's really about being able to speak your truth and taming yourself and taming, kind of like calming your words when you're expressing that part of yourself, right? In the past, we have the Page of Swords. And so this could be a person, it could be a younger person. Pages are usually like children, definitely probably like a little bit younger than 19 or so. Like, you know, they're like teenagers. And so this could be a person. Honestly, I feel like it's not necessarily a person as opposed to the energy of the page, right? If you are talking about a person, we're talking about an air sign here. We're talking about a Gemini, Aquarius, or a Libra. But again, I feel like this is the energy of this, which is putting yourself in a space to kind of like learn, you might be going back to school, you might be starting like a new job, like an apprenticeship, but it's really about tapping into like your inner wisdom and really learning, putting yourself in a position to learn something new that's completely outside of your comfort zone. But really kind of like, you see this person is like hitting the books, developing new ideas, different ways to do things. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that you stepped in. You might, if you were working with someone else, that person might have been the person to kind of like stab you in the back, or you feel like that person stabbed you in the back. Again, they could have been an air sign, right? In your conscious, we have the Two of Swords, right? So the Two of Swords is really just, you're having a hard time trusting your intuition. So you might have gone against what you thought you should have done originally, making some choices along the way, and now you're reaping the repercussions of that and really feeling like you didn't trust your intuition, or you weren't able to really tap into that aspect of yourself. But I feel like some things about people around you have been revealed to you, putting you in a space where you're like doubting yourself, but also just suffering due to this like really painful ending that's happening. When we see the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords, the difference is the Eight of Swords, right? Oh, this is in the reverse, is the Eight of Swords. And so even though the Eight of Swords is not on the table right now, the energy of the card is here. And that card is basically just talking about having some negative thoughts, kind of like putting some self-imposed restrictions on yourself. The Eight of Swords is like a person standing with a bunch of swords surrounding them, right? I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not going to try to pull a card out for you, but I'm talking about feeling like imprisonment. So for some of you, the ending could mean that you end up in jail, right? It could be a physical imprisonment, but it's more in the sense of like a mental imprisonment, right? So having negative thoughts, being very critical of yourself, kind of really focused in on this ending that happened. And I really feel like you're really feeling some sort of way, right? In the subconscious is the Ace of Cups. So again, like I said before, whenever there's an ending, there's an opportunity for a new start. And I do feel like subconsciously, this is a new start for you. So with the ending comes the beautiful opportunity. It's really a gift from spirit. If you see the dove here, it's really a gift from spirit. And it's more of an emotional thing. Like even though you felt like you're stabbed in the back and you feel hurt and you feel betrayed, it's a new start for you. It's a new start to be able for you to navigate and put yourself in a space where you're open to new perspectives and you're open to opening yourself up to new people, new dynamics, new situations, new opportunities, with a trusting heart, right? I know it doesn't necessarily feel that way right now, but again, every ending is an opportunity for a new beginning. So let's see what the turnout is. Dun-dun-dun. The Empress. So perfect. The Empress is basically the opportunity to start new and to create, right? The Empress is, lush. It's about new opportunities, new beginnings. It's about growth. It's about expansion. It's about a new life. And so that is definitely here and it's definitely available to you. A lot of this mental stuff that you're doing where you're in your head, really being negative and really focusing on all the worst things, is really blocking you from the opportunity to see the blessings that are directly in front of you, right? So stop that, cut it out. We're looking towards the future. The Empress is looking towards the future. She's not ever focused on the past, right? Let us pull some clarification for you. I want to see what this hurt is. Please give me, please give me a clarification for the 10 of Swords for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. Please give me clarification. Okay, so what are we talking about? Toil and labor, concern, despair, bad health, occupation. Okay, okay. Some of you might be concerned about employment, maybe getting fired from employment. It feels like it's hard labor here with toil and labor. Despair and bad health. So the Ten of Swords could be representing someone, I don't want to say someone passing away, but someone kind of having bad health. Usually bad health isn't necessarily like a bad thing. It's not usually a long-term thing, but it could be, you could be in a space where you're feeling like something is about to end with someone due to their health, right? Okay, so with these cards here, what we're talking about is, this feels like concern. We have concern right between occupation and toil and labor, right? So in this card, we see this older man kind of in this chair in his room, and he is really kind of like fixed on his feelings. He looks like he's really worried about work, worried about his occupation, worried about toil and labor. So ultimately, you might be in a space where you're really worried about your finances, really worried about your jobs. Like you might be kind of in a space where you're working like you know, really doing really hard labor, really kind of like doing odd jobs, really putting yourself in a position where you're doing everything that you can to kind of like get your finances in order. And so overall, even though this card here is showing like a state of depression, like I said earlier, the Eight of Swords was kind of on the table, even though the card didn't come out. And the Eight of Swords is really about self-doubt, right? Negative thoughts, self-imposed restrictions. It's about putting yourself in a mental prison or feeling like a victim, which is kind of also being substantiated here by the despair card. So you're really in a space where you're really kind of like ruminating about your employment potential, your earning potential, what you can do, to make good money, or to be in a space where you feel like you're using your talents in a way where it doesn't feel like work, where you're actually working at something that you enjoy. And I feel like that is kind of like on your mind really heavy. But you want to make sure, this card for health and despair is take a trip to the doctor. Take a trip to the doctor, get a checkup, make sure that everything's okay with you. So there's that. But in essence, I think you should lean more towards finding a way to incorporate the things that you enjoy doing as a potential and as a way for you to make money, turning like things that you would consider a hobby into something that you would actually do for work that can make you some money. So think about that. I feel like the restrictions that you're placing on yourself are self-imposed. I feel like you have a community of people. This card here is a representative of community, and I feel like there's a community of people surrounding you that you could potentially tap into to help you navigate that space. I just feel like right now you're kind of in a space of kind of feeling sorry for yourself and not really seeing the potential and the opportunities that are there, as this man here is ignoring the sunlight that's coming through the windows, right? Yeah, I feel like that is the best place for you to be right now, because ultimately on a subconscious level, there's an opportunity here for a new start, and there's also an opportunity here for you to be abundant with you know, your new venture. I think you just have to kind of open up your mind in order to see that. If you were considering going back to school or learning a new craft or learning a new trade, I definitely suggest it, because it could help you, right? You want to think outside the box here, right? So let's pull an advice card for Taurus. Ooh. What is the advice for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury for this reading? What is the advice? Transformation, right? Transformation. Let us see what transformation says. Card 22, transformation. So let's pick this up so you can see it. Can you see it? There you go. After the rain comes the sun. After the caterpillar comes the butterfly. The situation you're inquiring about is somehow acting as a catalyst for a major transformation. If you find yourself questioning or having regrets, don't. Try not to second guess yourself or beat yourself up. Nothing happens that is not supposed to. Many of your issues and situations are not anything to be upset about. They are a path to wholeness. You are the one who infuses drama and chaos into the situation. You are always given opportunities to grow and learn. Growth and learning very rarely come about when everything stays status quo and just as you think they should. Be thankful you have this wonderful opportunity to transform and heal to a better and higher rate of vibration. Boom. And there we have it. Okay? So definitely tap into this energy and welcome this. Okay? That's the end of the reading. Thank you for being here. Please let me know how this is kind of working out in your life right now. Please share the video with a friend who you think could benefit from the message. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for post notifications. And while you're at it, you can go ahead and like the post. And thank you so much for listening and for being here. I really appreciate you. And I will see you soon. Bye.